More cabinet picks with Dr. Dave's commentary. The heat got too much for Matt Gaetz, who withdrew from consideration for Attorney General late last week. It is unclear at this time if he will reclaim his seat in Congress. Remember, he still holds it. This is a good move for him and Trump. In a bit of a surprise, President-elect Trump almost immediately nominated former Florida Attorney General Pam Bondi to be U.S. Attorney General. Bondi is an excellent choice. This puts another woman in the Trump cabinet, contrary to the nonsense about its administration not being supportive of smart, tough women. I expect that she'll do an even better job than Gaetz and will likely be more easily confirmed. With the heat off Gaetz, the media has jumped on Pete Hegseth, presently at Fox News. I've already expressed my support for him. Let's see how it goes. As Treasury Secretary, in a bit of a surprise to me, Trump announced Scott Bessent. I say surprised because he used to be the money manager for Trump's archenemy, Soros. He's a hardcore advocate for deficit reduction. That puts him high on my list. He would also be the first openly gay member of a president's cabinet if confirmed. This is also interesting, as another person who you would expect to align with the Dems have come over to the GOP cause. Parallel to this, Trump has picked Howard Lutnick, a longtime friend and chief executive of the financial services firm Cantor Fitzgerald, as his nominee for Commerce Secretary. He could also have been nominated for that Treasury slot. His special claim to fame is following 9/11, where Cantor Fitzgerald firm lost 658 employees in one terrorist attack. He rebuilt the whole firm. If you're going to send someone in to take on a tough job, he would be the person. His nomination is likely to be an easy confirmation, and I think that's a good move. Trump has announced the nomination of Linda McMahon as head of the Department of Education. She was the head of the U.S. Small Business Administration during Trump's first term. Her last name may be familiar to some, I'm told, because of her tie to wrestling. As I do not watch anything like that, I'll have to take somebody else's word for it. Because of the buzz about killing off the Department of Education, this position will get a lot of scrutiny. McMahon does not appear to have any formal background in the field of education. However, if Trump's real intention is to reduce government, having a business person in charge may help. The DOE is a badly flawed operation. As a professional educator, I would favor shutting it down and reallocating some of the pieces to other agencies and dumping the rest. The federal student loan program is buried in there somewhere and could be converted to another department like Treasury. State and local governments can handle relevant educational standards for the students. Let's keep those tax dollars at the local level and not send them to Washington, where they're cut into pieces and then bits and pieces are sent back out to the states. The fact that the Communist Teachers Union, which I hold directly responsible for the failure of the U.S. K through 12 failures, already are complaining about her appointment, and that tells me that Trump may have nominated the right person. Now, a note of concern. Trump has chosen Dr. Janette Nesheiwat to serve as Surgeon General. However, conservative news sites report that she is along the lines of Tony Fauci with regard to the government's failed response to the pandemic. More critically, she's praised censorship of dissident voices on the topic of vaccines and other responses to the pandemic. I am not against vaccines, but I want the truth, and the truth comes out from hearing all voices.